Hail, travelers! It is I, Sir Cleary. You may know me as your science teacher here at PA Virtual, but I am also the leader of the Dungeons & Dragons Club. Dungeons & Dragons Club started when I had several students express interest in me in the game. There are many people who play Dungeons & Dragons, and more people play it every single year. It is, without a doubt, the largest tabletop role-playing game in the world. So Dungeons & Dragons works in what is called the theater of the mind, in which it's pretty much imagining the story collectively with the people you're playing with. One person is the role of the Dungeon Master, who narrates the universe and the story, and everyone else has a character that they play. And you decide what actions to take. You decide if those actions are successful or not by rolling some dice. Depending on the outcome and what kind of actions you take, the Dungeon Master decides how that affects the other characters and the larger universe that you're playing in. Dungeons & Dragons doesn't have very many limits. Pretty much anything that you can imagine, you can probably do. You can't just go into a game and expect that you're going to be omniscient and have godlike powers right away, because that takes away some of the fun. I think part of what makes Dungeons & Dragons fun actually is failing to do things, hence why we often roll dice to see if our actions are successful. But if you want to accomplish a certain task in a unique way, by distracting the guard by making a cat sound, or by going and stealing the jailer's key to get out of a situation by turning into a magical rat and scurrying in there. Anything that you can imagine, there's a high likelihood that you can probably pull it off. Aside from just the social interactions of a standard club, I find that children get a lot of experience with just role play, a little bit of theater experience in terms of how they pretend to be their characters. You might be like a really gruff character, put on a voice, or put on a whole different personality, which can be both fun and just a good way to kind of break out of your social shell. Students also get that social interactiveness with each other, and it's just a really fun game to play. Our club is beginner friendly. Anyone can join Dungeons & Dragons Club, whether you are a veteran player or you have never played before and are looking how to learn. One of the great things about Dungeons & Dragons is that while there are many rules, the basics of the game are, as a player, you say, hey, I want to take this action, and the Dungeon Master tells you if you succeed, if you fail, or if you need to roll a dice to see the result. And that's pretty much the base of the gameplay. If you think you can do that, then you're welcome to join the club. If you would like to join Dungeons & Dragons Club, you can contact me, Mr. Cleary, or our other club advisor is Mr. Grants. Either one of us will be able to add you to the organization so you can join and play. We play every Fridays during our lunch period. For any other clubs that you might want to join, make sure you check out the Clubs and Outing page at PA Virtual and reach out to the club sponsor. Whoever is sponsoring that club, that teacher can tell you what you may need to join to get into the organization. If you are looking to create your own club, you're going to need at least 5 other students who would like to join the club, who are on board with the same idea as the club as you are, and a teacher or other staff sponsor the club for you. Once you meet these requirements, you can contact Mr. Fitzpatrick, and he will tell you what steps to take next to get your club started and off the ground. Fare thee well, travelers. This has been Sir Cleary introducing Dungeons & Dragons Club. Have a safe and wonderful day.